Okay, you're able to see this widely, right? Okay, one sec. So, when you go to your organization, they firstly make you go through the training. They will make you aware. That is the part that you need to learn. But when anything comes related to the checkpoint, the number one thing which is called FCR. FCR stand for Firewall Change Request. Yeah. So every day, okay, every day, this is my experience based on that I'm telling you. This is comes under the the operational work. If you are a part of the operational team, then you have to deliver these FCRs. Okay. What the FCR means? Generally, in Palo Alto, you will get the request like, okay, do the configuration, do that, okay, basic things. FCR is more involved with the policy configuration, okay. So they generally give you details, okay, this is my source IP, this is my destination IP, these are the ports or the services I want to allow, and sometimes they give you the target gateways, okay, where you want to install which firewall, okay. But most of the time they don't give you these details. You need to search based on your understanding, right? So this, I think you deliver this basic work on the Palo Alto, having this detail in place, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. So targeting the this I mean the finding the security gateway is the difficult task, but I'm sure with your colleagues' help and everything, you will deliver this. This three part configuring the policies and everything will cover. One of the critical part is finding because in environment we only not have only one gateway. They must be having multiple gateways, and they just give you the source, destination, and port. Based on that, you need to understand where you have to go ahead and install the things, right? Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Uh, uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. 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 Oh, yeah. 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 Right. Perfect. So one thing is your FCR. The second thing is your actual device configuration. Okay. Device config. So what comes under the device config is your daily work related to the routing. So basically, what they ask you, do the changes on the routing. It's not regularly asked, okay, because it's a this big thing, but at least they will ask you, do the troubleshooting for the routing. So whether this is your one host, what they have request to reach somewhere, and there is your firewall, Okay. So whether the firewall, this host is reaching to the firewall and the packet is routed correctly from the firewall to the destination. Okay. So this troubleshooting, at least they will ask you for day-to-day basis work. Okay. So we'll be seeing, some part, also some commands, how you can, troubleshoot, how you can do this, routing stuff in upcoming lectures. So it will help you, to deliver the work. Apart, yeah, apart from that, everyday troubleshooting is like giving you whatever the small big details, and they ask you whether, let's see, the packet is hitting to the firewall or it's, dropping from the firewall, you know, what firewall is doing with that packet. So such sort of things they will, ask you. So this is what the day-to-day task what we have, and apart from that, on regular intervals, you need to perform the backups, right, of your firewalls. Uh, if they ask you to upgrade, you need to upgrade the firewalls. So upgrade in the sense you have yes, you have right now say R80.30 OS installed, and no, no, I tell you that. That is the important thing. So just for now, just understand R80.30 you have, and they ask you, now R80.30 is going away. We want to upgrade to the next secure version, but just go for R81 like that. We saw that, right? There is R81 as well. So like that, you need to perform the upgrade. So that is your, day-to-day task. This is what basically we ask, right? Nothing else apart from that, and we'll be covering this thing not exactly in detail in all troubleshooting, but at least you should have the idea. Yeah, yeah, where you will go and do that, and what time you need to reach to the tag. Okay, because what happens, as you are new, we already given a contract from the checkpoint. Okay, you can open a ticket with that, but these things get monitored. Okay, how many tickets are you opening, and if you are opening ticket for any silly things, you know so your impression will get down. So I don't want that to be happen. So that's why at least you do sufficient amount of your work. Okay, this is what my findings are. And again, I'm not able to go more than this. We need a tag involved here from the checkpoint. Then you raise a ticket. So likewise, you are justifying your job, right? That is what the purpose is. So yeah, this is the base. And now let's jump to that PPT part. Let me see here. Let me come here. This guy. So again, okay. So checkpoint. Uh, when they invented the checkpoint for world, they called that kind of world as 3D security. Okay, why they I'm just giving you the theory behind the checkpoint word, so just try to grab it. It will not help you anywhere, but if someone asks you tomorrow that uh, okay, what is checkpoint, what checkpoint has the fundamentals like that, then it will help you. Okay. So they come up with the 3D security architecture, where one they thought like, okay, this is my uh, console. I should have the policies in place. Then what are the things we need to put into that? What are the you know uh, details we need to have in place. That is another layers, and where we can impose that, like a security gateway kind of things, right? Uh, they thought, okay, every firewall, when they come up in the market, this is what the functionality is. There should be some place where we will restrict the things, what we are restricting, and where that need to be, imposed. So that is what the theme of this thing, this slide. The next, let me click. So this is what the aim. Just read this slide. Nothing much on that. Yeah, yeah. This is what their vision, right? The performer risk assessment, develop enforcer policy, address known vulnerabilities, control monitor device, conduct audits. So all this you can deliver with the checkpoint world. And in real life scenario, this is how the deployment platform will look like. So you will be having your main office. So consider, uh, yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me go back. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is how in real life it should be. So usually you have your main office, okay, and here you have your environment for the checkpoint firewall. You have a security gateways. You have the management servers. You have the smart console client installed on some system from where you access these things. There is something called VSX. This is the advanced topic, right? And your what are the corporate servers inside you have. And obviously in remote side, for example, this is in India, and in US you have say branch office. So this is remotely connected with that. And also this branch office have the security gateway. So the tunnel between that is configured like that, and it's have their own things. And right now we are the remote users, as we are working from home, and from here we are getting access to all these things, right? This is what this all about, the slide explains. Now the main thing comes. Yeah, go ahead. You have any question? Yes, that is the next slide. Yeah, yeah, that is what the next slide is. Okay, so the checkpoint have the architecture arrangement, as you are just raising the question. So that is what explain here. So checkpoint have a three-tier architecture. What this three-tier architecture means, you need to have a separate PC where you have the applications like a dashboard, like smart upgrade. They have this application, I'll show you, like IPS blade and everything. So all this comes with this smart console. The next lab, what we're going to see will be having these things in place, right? How we can download the smart console, how can we install this thing in the PC. So the three-tier architecture, the three-tier architecture, tier one is your this guy, okay, smart console. This is your PC. For example, you just ask me, okay, I have my PC and I am going to access the rest of the things like that. This is your PC, okay. Then there is comes like a management server, SMS. As in a Palo Alto, we have the Panorama. Likewise, we have the management server. They call it security management server, SMS server. Okay. So this management server is responsible for doing all the configuration. So whatever the configuration you will do it from this PC. But actually, this console, whatever you are accessing on this PC, you'll be getting from this guy. Okay. So that dashboard I said, you have a console application, but you have to connect that here, and from here you will be getting those details here. Okay. Yeah. So that communication need to be there, right? That's why we first installed management server. Okay. We yet not installed the security gateway. We have just installed the management server. The first lab what we did is the config installation of the management server. Yet it's not completed, but this is what we have, doing this. And there is a thumb rule. Management server OS should be higher or equal to the security gateway. For example, this guy we have R80.30 Gaia OS. Okay, what we just installed, and this security gateway should have the same OS or the lesser OS, I mean the previous OS. If this security guy have the OS say R81, this will not work. So higher preference should be given to the SMS. It should have the higher version of OS or equal OS what this guy have, or the higher. Is this point clear? This is very important point because uh, yes, because this is important thing. Let me clear the screen. So checkpoint firewall architecture, divided in such a way that the management server, the SMS, okay, it should contain or have the operating system version higher than or equal to the security gateway. So right now what we did, we installed R80.30 on our lab, right? So this is the version. I'll show you the map of the versions. Like we have R80.30, R77, R81. So R81 is the latest one and is the higher version, and R80.30 is the previous version for the R81, right? So right now, if I have the R80.30 on my management server and my security gateway, I want to install R81. So yeah, so this is not possible. Why? My management server having smaller version and my gateway will have a higher version. So the mapping and the communication will not happen well, right? So that scenario is wrong scenario. So what I am trying to tell you that this guy, this management server, it should have similar version, for example R81 to work this thing well, or for example R82. This is not yet released, but I'm just saying R82. Okay, this should work. But if this guy having the latest, lower versions like R77 or R80, okay, then this scenario will not work. Why? Because this is a higher version. So gateway should have at least same version what the management server have or the lower one. Clear? So this is a very important topic or the point. This is always asked during the interview. Okay? Yeah. So that was the second layer, this guy. And the third layer is your security gateway. So whatever configuration you will do here, that need to be pushed to the security gateway as we do on a parallel to firewall model. Yes, yes, got it. So here OS you are using Gaia platform and here using Linux. No, I'm just saying. So this is not work. So here should be Gaia. Here also should be Gaia. Here should be Linux. This guy also should have Linux. Here I have a Windows. This guy also should have Windows. Right? So we only, that's what I'm saying. Don't bother about the different things. We only have the Gaia. Okay, Gaia. And see, Windows, Linux. To be honest, it's been like 12, 13 years I'm working on the industry. And there was, initially I was used to see the Windows, okay? But now people realize there is a lot of flaws and hacking chances with the Windows. So this is not coming up to the latest versions. And Linux also there. To be honest, I haven't worked so far on the Linux things. Everywhere I work on the Grab right now. Okay, that's why I'm emphasizing more on the Grab right now, right? And nothing changes. The options looks, everything looks feels similar. But the only thing is that you are doing like a Windows, like a right clicking on it, like doing that. Nothing else. Got my point? Yeah, yeah. So this is what the management server and the security gateway. As I said, whatever you will do on a management server, that need to be pushed on the security gateway, right? So this configuration will do on smart console. Here we'll say install policy. That policy from here to here will push. Now, why this arrangement is important? Why they come up with such arrangement? In a scenario, for example, uh, this is in a one data center. This guy is another data center. Okay, and this is your home PC. In a scenario, there is a power loss and this guy got down because of the distributed installation. Like this we call as distributed installation. This will go down, but the firewall is up, right? There's no issue here. So whatever network traffic is passing, there is no impact from the, yeah. So that's why they come up with this arrangement, right? At least there is a dependency that okay, my management server goes down, I will not impact it. Okay. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So if you think uh, logically, are you logging to your PC to access the panorama? So this, yeah, so this is your PC only, right? Okay, but you are directly giving the URL of panorama and getting. But here, they have the every vendor have the different architecture, and the checkpoint has a blade architecture. You must be heard in the future blade architecture. What the blade architecture means for your IPS, they have a separate console, separate tab. Okay. For your policy, they have a separate tab. I mean, say this is your uh, firewall console, and these are the tabs. So one tab is for your IPS, one tab is for policy, one tab is for your URL filtering, one tab is for your smart connect, whatever it is. Okay. When you open a console, it look like that. But you also have a flexibility where you just come here and only download the application. For example, smart event. Okay, it's one of the blade. Okay, smart event is one of the blade. So from the PC, you only download this and open this. Okay, and work on this. So for example, people do the reporting work, so they don't have to give the firewall console access, right? So what we will do, we only give them the smart event access for the reporting work or for the eventing work, and this blade only installed into their PC, right? So this things are not installed, right? So with only this, they will work and do their work. So like that, they have a blade kind of architecture, and which makes your life easy, right? In this guy Palo Alto, you have to give the limited access via consoles. So these are the things not visible like that. Like that, you can do like here. Okay, got my point? Okay, any doubts so far? Okay, so next slide. So you know what is stateful inspection? Okay, so Checkpoint claim that they have invented this technology. They have a patent for the uh, checkpoint stateful inspection. Basically, what is stateful inspection? Uh, you have your firewall, you have your packet, your IP packet, TCP packet. Okay, the packet have different fields like header and all those things. Okay, that is a packet header. But when the actual packet comes to the firewall, which form it comes? First, you have it like a source IP address, then destination IP address, then source port, then destination port, and then protocol. Right? This is the form the packet comes to the firewall. Right? So what stateful inspection does, it captures these details. Okay, and it stores into the state table. And checkpoint says they have the dynamic state table here, as you see. So this details stored here, and whenever the next packet comes and it match the details. Okay, so when first time packet comes to your gateway, all this processing happens. For example, this gateway, this is a packet. The packet comes. Okay, this is a new packet. Then uh, the details get captured, details get stored, policy get verified, routing happen, everything. Okay, so this thing happens with the first packet, but having these details stored into the state table, whenever the similar sort of packet or the next packet come with for this communication, it won't inspect all these details. Based on the state table, it will accept the packet. Why? Yes, and your speed of the packet processing increase. Okay, this is what I am trying to explain on the next slide, how it works. Okay, for your better understanding. So this is how the checkpoint firewall treat the stateful inspection. So we'll go slide by slide. So This is the NIC of your firewall interface. When the packet from the outside world hit to your firewall interface, what happens? Okay, so it's a packet passed through the NIC to the inspection module. The inspection module inspect the packet and their data. So once the packet hit to your firewall to the NIC interface, it inspect those five fields: source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, protocols, right? That is what the first thing happens. Number one. Now next. Then the packet are matched to the policy rule, one rule at a time. Packet that do not match any rule get dropped. So once that state got captured, the next thing happens, the packet matches with the rules. Okay, the firewall has the uh, top-down approach for the rules. The first rule is your top rule. Second rule is, for example, like that. Rules are get matched. One, two, three. That is the sequence. Okay. So what happens? The packet matches the rules. If it's uh, I mean the rule is there for allowing that packet or not allowing that packet. If there is no match found, the packet get dropped. Okay. The next thing is that all these things, uh, what happens? The logs get generated. Okay, so we need to give one thing over policy. There is something called uh, policy. When you configure the policy, there are so different types. So one of the tab is there like log. So you have to enable that. Okay, so this action takes place. Logging and alerting for that happens. Okay, and then packet that passes inspection are moved through the TCP/IP stack to the destination. Then it will go to the destination. So, for example, the request is accessing this web server, which is in a DMZ. So then it goes to there. Okay. Next. Now, the packet which we have the policy configure for the drop purpose, right? So that packet get dropped by the policy, right? The packet that do not pass inspection and do not apply any rules and drop without sending acknowledgement. But the packet which dropped having the policy in place, okay, that time the negative apply. I mean the firewall saying reject acknowledgement to the sender that okay your packet is rejected or dropped due to the policy not allowing it, right? So this question is generally also asked, what do we mean by drop and reject? You got the answer? Okay. Now let's see the deployment consideration. So this is also important thing, as you are saying that okay the we have the Palo Alto and everything is installed on the same appliances. So that is the standalone deployment. Okay. So in standalone deployment with your own one appliances, you have the SMS installed, you have the gateway installed. Okay. But what is the problem of this scenario? If this appliances goes down, then your gateway also goes down, SMS also goes down, so you have outage, right? But when we talk about the next deployment, which is called distributed deployment, we just explain about that how the distribution environment work. So here you have one management server, you have one gateway. In case this guy goes down, this will up. But that's why there is a no outage. Got it? That is the second way. This is the deployment things, and this is how you also can do the deployment. So say you have two appliances, similar kind. So you make them in a cluster, put into the cluster. So with one checkpoint appliance, you have the security management server and gateway, and the other one you also have the same things. In this scenario, for example, this goes down, it will fail over, and this will make, I mean, this will serve the purpose, right? Single appliance. But you have a two pair, okay, one and two, and they are in a cluster. Yeah, this is a standalone, this is standalone, but uh, they you have a pair. So if this goes down, at least this will work. But this solution is also costlier because you need to purchase a two appliance, right? That's why we usually go with the distributed deployment. One SMS, one gateway, distributed deployment. Got my point? Or are we disconnected? Yeah. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, okay, okay. So next, I think you're clear with the deployment. Okay. Yeah, if they want to have, these two things in a one appliance and they really wanted to buy the new appliances, you can have that in place. Yes, 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 yes. So this is your SMS, and you have one more SMS. You can configure HA, right? Likewise, in a security gateway, you can have the HA. Okay. Okay, the maximum organization what they don't care about this HA because even if this goes down, nothing much happens because you don't install the policy every day, right? Yeah. Gateway must have HA because the traffic is passing from the gateway. But you yeah. So now the next point is secure internal communication. This is the communication which your SMS do with your gateway. Okay, so how your panorama communicate to the uh, Palo Alto firewalls? You have to give the group ID, right? Firewall, what they call serial number, right? And it get connected. So there is that simple, but here it work different way. So we need to establish a secure internal communication between your SMS and your gateway, right? And once you install the secure internal communication, then only you are able to push the policies or impose the things, okay, to the gateway. So that is what I have just tried to explain here. So I'm just reading it for you. Checkpoint platform product authenticates each other through one of these secure internal communication methods. And this communication involves these three things. One is certificate exchange, one is your standard TLS secure channel creations. So uh, the communication is not only involved the simple communication between the like in a Palo Alto, you just have to give the serial number and it works. But here, all these parameters need to be matched. So the TLS for the creation secure channel, and for this they use this encryption methods 3DS, AES 128. Latestly, I think they use AES latest version like 256 or I have to check. But this is what you know is important. And these guys they works on a different ports. So in a classic way they call it like 1 8 triple X ports. So here it changed like for example 1 8 2 1 1 for certificate pull push whatever it is like that they comes. But keep in mind the port used here 1 8 triple X. Okay, triple X will vary like 211, 210, 209 as per the whatever the scenario we are dealing, like pushing the certificate, pulling the certificate, and whatever it is. Okay, all right. So now on the lab we will see this part. Okay, for the theoretical, you have any question here? Yeah, I mean, this is first session is critical important because if you know the base, then lab is like it's like the toy for you. But these are things not clear, then difficult, no? Yeah. So next thing, how you can initialize the trust. So these are the basic steps we are going to see. So when you open a smart console security gateway, you need to see there is something called general properties. Again, give me one second. So you will see something called general properties, and inside that, you will see the page like communication. Basically, let me show you the next slide. So this is how you will see when you open this thing. Here, you have to give these details like uh, one-time password, uh, and this password you need to remember because this password is used most of the time when you lost this connection between your SMS and the gateway. So if you want to re-establish a communication, this password only use. You know. So this is basic theory on this. You have any query here? You got the point, right? So we have a little bit more theory for the next thing, next day. But for now, I think lab purpose this is sufficient. I'm saying these are the frames of yours when you come to the checkpoint firewall. Number one is your support center. So whatever the you want the solution in Palo Alto, they have KBs like whatever solution you want. You just go to the site, you search. Okay, I want this. Okay, like that. You will do that with this support center tab. Okay, let me make a big dot. Okay, it's not selecting. That is fine. Now, as you are asking me about the products, so if you see here is a products and the solution also give you the product. So when you click that, you will see the checkpoint world what they have actually with them. So they are more now with the quantum network security. What this means, whatever the latestly coming solutions they have, they call it like a quantum. So they have the Maestro, which is a orchestration kind of devices. Okay. Right now, you will not get the access to this because this is, I mean, it's in a development phase. People, I mean, they have the solution for the people, but it's just getting installed to the network. So it will take time to come to us, to actually play, right? Some of the companies they already purchased the solution and they also doing that, but most of the organization they are just playing with the security gateways, so, and whatever they have the solutions. So this is Maestro, and they have the other solutions which will we see here. But for now, here the highlight is what they have, as a large scale environment. Okay. So one is quantum solution, another one is cloud guard. This is the actual your cloud solution. So you have Azure, Google, Google Cloud, and the Amazon. When you log into that and you want to install the checkpoint firewalls, you will see the name Cloud Guard. Okay, keep in mind, right? Likewise, they have the other products. Uh, these are not something is a scope of us for now because they are more of your doing the filtering on the threat analysis and everything like that. Okay, yeah, all those things, threat cloud and everything. Uh, that is something the security analysis engineer they do that work and they use these products. For us, this too is important. Okay. Now, if you come to the solution, here you will see the actual products what they have. Okay. So if I'm selecting the whatever the product line, the cloud security, network security, user access and security endpoints, everything you will get as per your requirement. If you want to do more on these products, you just have to select, and for example I'm selecting that, and you will see the things what that product have, like the details, webinars and everything. Okay, uh, these things. So this is like how the site looks, but as I told you, your main friend is this guy, support center. So when you click to the support center, uh, you will come to this page, and this is the something search bar which you need to use all the time, this search bar. Okay, so whatever you want to search, whatever you want to do, you have to deliver from here. For example, I want to search, say, some issues I have with related to the Magic Mac. I'm just giving any wording here, say Magic Mac. Okay, and if I search that thing, it will give me all the relations they found with the magic map, all the skills, right here. So if you click this document, you will get okay. This is something they already face, and these are the steps you need to use to remediate that things. Okay, this is here I am just giving an example. Whatever query you have in your mind, you just have to type here. You will get some output for sure. Okay, and here is documentation part. If you want to learn something with your search, if they match some documentation, if they have those documents, you will get it from here. Okay, so the admin guides, whatever it is, installation guide, as per your search, if it match the criteria, you will get those details. And this guy, Checkmate, is the community. Like a Palo Alto have their own community, so Checkpoint have the Checkmate community, and this community is the lifesaver, man. So you need to create your account and log into this community. This community will give you answers for whatever the query. If you have any query, you have to just post your questions here. Okay. uh, and within a day or two, experts, all the experts from the checkpoint, like I don't know, you know this guy, that there is some guy called uh, a phone guy who was very famous for giving the all the checkpoint answers and everything. So he is now part of the checkpoint, and this guy actually responds here. Okay. So yeah, no, for example, this guy, this is the requester like you and me. He just posted something, and the people's who's on the this they are responding. So this is the guy, actually the phone guy is the guy who give you the answer on that. So yeah, so this is a very important community what we have on the checkpoint side. Okay. Yeah. Any question here? Okay. So now again I'm going to this support center, and I wanted to show you from where you can download the OS. Okay. And now this is your friend for all these activities. If you see here, give me one sec. What happened here? Okay. So this guy, install and upgrade. Okay. So very first tab is upgrade and install. If you click that, this tab, it's not responding. Let me click again to the site. Upgrade user. So basically, you will reach here only when you click this upgrade wizard. I don't know why I'm not able to select it. So basically, you will reach here, and you will see if you want to upgrade, you will get the OS from here, or if you want to have a new installation, you will get OS here. For now, just see the new installation. Okay, and I'm clicking next. It will give you what installation you want to have. So what product line you have for now, like that. The things they ask. For example, you want to have a security management server to OS to be downloaded. Select that. Why it is so slow, I don't know, because of the remote session or something, but it's okay. And hardware appliances type. For example, you have open server or their own appliances like this. You have to select this thing. Uh, Appliance models. If you select open server, it will only give you the open server. Which operating system you are interested in. So let me select it. Okay, so Gaia, Secure Platform, Linux, Windows, which platform you want to have this? So we usually work with the Gaia. Gaia is the OS name. Yeah, Gaia is their OS. So likewise, the Secure Platform is they have the OS. For that, they call it like a Splat. uh, these are the platforms, not the actual OS. So they call it like R81.10 Gaia OS like that. But these are the actual platforms. So whatever the platforms we use for having with the appliances. So one platform you can say, or a Linux, you will install the OS. uh, you can use this operating system format Linux. If you want to install that OS, you have to use the operating platform like a Windows. I mean, you are installing on the Windows. Likewise, on the Gaia platform, if you want to do that, we will install the OS, but there is no actual such thing present anywhere. Like we have a Windows Server, we have a Linux OS, right? First two options are not actually present anywhere, so I can't tell you that okay, go here and download this platform, like you download like a Windows Server, like that you download something like a Gaia. No, this is just a name, and we all actually play with the Gaia. Secure platform is already depreciated, degraded. So, uh, so we don't have that anymore. But they still have here mentioned. So you got this point? Yeah. So select Gaia, and then what version you want. So latest version they have R81.10, right? If you want that OS, you just select that and then say next, and then it will give you the actual OS. If you just click here, it will ask you, okay, download that OS. If you say download, that OS will actually start downloading, right? It's that easy to get the OS, right? Okay, so this is a walkthrough with the website, but also there are important stuff here. So hardware compatibility list. This is crucial when you walk in your new organization, and you will approach that okay, I have this say Dell server, and we want to have the checkpoint or OS to be installed. So tell us the which is the right OS we will go. So this is your friend here, hardware compatibility list. So for example, your company come with this guy, say they told you that okay, I have this power edge R360, so give us the OS which we can install here, which are the supported one. So you will just come here and you will see the check marks. Okay, R80.10 is check mark, that means this is installable. uh, and this guy is dot dash. So if they ask you to install this, you will say, okay, this will not install because that is not supported. You got my point? Yeah, a lot of things are there. So give me one second. Let me clear this pen part from here. Um, this guy. Okay. So you can, we are looking now open servers, right? You have the other options here. Add-on devices, virtual machines, and the list goes on and on. I mean, you know, yes, 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 yes. So, uh, yeah, but keep in mind you have to come here and check hardware compatibility list. Why? If you propose them something, okay, it's installed in a Juniper, but that appliance things or whatever the device is not mentioned here, and you will see this sort of things like unchecked things. Yeah, so it will not work, right? So that's why I've shown you this part. Yeah. Okay. Give me one more second. This pane, I just wanted to close it and again open it because it's not giving me the correct throughput. Mm, yes, yes. I'll just tell you those things also. Uh, so basically, we used to have the data sheets for all these things. Uh, if you come here and search, like, okay, checkpoint, small scale solutions like this. Okay, downloads. Or best part, what you can do is see like data sheets, search like data sheets, and it will give you all the data sheets what they have for the products they have. Although it's a kind of task you need to do where you have to go to the product and check their products one by one, which product offers what. But this is the important things. You just go ahead and do this. Ask for the data sheet. Uh, you will get all the data sheets, and basically the data sheets, for example, what it has. I'll just show you. It's getting downloaded. So basically, it gives you all about the appliance, uh, what it have. I mean, how the interface is, what is the support, where you can use that things. What is the performance specific? I mean, the specifications, right? What configuration throughputs you want, uh, like that. So, and for having the the small scale big scale things, you just have to come here and search your products, the solutions according to your requirement. So here's the small and medium scale business. So with that, they mentioned some sort of products here. But okay, this is what something you can consider for small scale or medium scale. So let me see if we get some products here. Request demo, learn more. If you click learn more. So this site is everything for you. I mean, if you want to learn more and if you someone asks you something, just come to this site and try to explore the things. Uh, uh, mm. Yeah. No, yeah, that is what I wanted to show you here. But right now the sites options got changed. Uh, that's why, because I have the model listed on I can give you those details right away. Okay, but what important thing is for me, you will get it from the site. Okay, now you are seeing on the model details. Okay, so this is a small scale, right? Industrial appliances. So if you just click this thing, uh, you will get it more detail on that, like how those things, what are the things are there, like that, right? Yeah. So you have too many things, appliances, small scale, they start from 400, 4000 series, 5000 series. If someone asks you over the interview, tell me which model you have worked on, just tell them 4000 series, 5000 series, 6000 series, and latestly I worked on say 15,000 series, like that. So these all are the, and it's not like that. Like in a Palo Alto, you have the Panorama. They start with like a M100, 200, like that. Here, everything comes with the this thing. Say I worked on the 4006 appliances. So the management server, like a Panorama, we have like a Smart 125, which is a 4000 series, like that. And the security gateway is also 4000 series. If you tell like that, that is more than enough. Got it? Okay. So this is a little bit of walkthrough over the side. First thing, what you need to do after this session, you have to come here, put it, click on a sign up, sign in, and you have to sign up here. Okay. Why it is important? I will show you next lecture because that is something useful for your licensing and everything. So usually with the checkpoint product, demo part will get a 15 days license, but I have a technique method where you can get the license for more than 15 days, like a 30 days. And not only with the small products, the license I'll give you for all the products, whatever the blades, like URL filtering, application, threat prevention, anti-malware, the VSX, whatever the checkpoint have, I'll provide you the license. But first thing you need to do, come here, create your account, and be ready. Okay. Okay. So so far, any question? And are we going on a speed, fast, slow? What? Correct track, no? Okay. So now little bit theory will go through. I have a presentation here. I made one presentation. Let's go through that, uh, and then we'll come to the lab, explain the lab, and then we'll end this session. Okay. Let me log into this. First thing is that go to the file VMware, or you can create a new VM virtual machine. Next, and select the path of the management server. So there is two things. One is management server, one is checkpoint gateway. First, we will go ahead with the management server. I will explain you later all this thing. Just for now, for the time's sake, we are doing this. Okay. Click next. Yeah, no worries. Okay. So now click next. That is fine. That is fine. No worries. So here you have to select relevant guest operating system. Yeah, you have to select other. Yeah, other. Try to select other. Yeah, and then give name. So this is a checkpoint manual server. Give it like SMS. Yeah. Next. Yeah, management server. Now you have to give the size. So give it say 40 gigahertz. Yeah, 40 GB. Give at least about more than 25 GB for, yeah. So now give it for now give it like a 40 GB if that is available. Okay, 32, right? So you need to have a management server and the SMS. So give it 20 GB. Okay. Uh, Click next. Customize hardware. This is very important step. You have to give the RAM. In lab, main important thing is RAM. So RAM always you have to give well, and I think you have a sufficient RAM. So go ahead and give. You have a 16 gigabyte, right? Oh, awesome. So what you will do? Go ahead and give 8 gigabit for now, just for the lab purpose. Basic requirement is 4 gigabyte. Okay. So I'm giving around 5, and you give 8, and select the processor. Here you can give number of processors, say 2, Number of core per processor is say 2. This is something in checkpoint world we call it, the core excel, the cores we are assigning to this, right? In appliance, there is some other by default things comes, but here consider like that. And now go to that network adapter. Yeah, so we are doing basic lab, so we want our whatever the our laptop IP address get reflected. So select that bridge and then replicate physical network connection state and come to down and click add. You need to have multiple adapters. For the manual server, two is sufficient. So add one more. Yes, and put it like a bridge only for now. We can change later if we require. Okay. Okay. Then say close, and we will see your configuration, right? And then say finish and start your virtual machine. Okay. That is fine. That is fine. That is no worry part. Just ignore that. So now let's see important step now. If you see there is something written on this automatic boot in 49 seconds. So you have to select install Gaia on this system before that seconds. So if you forgot to do that within those seconds, then there is issue that it will not revert. So select that and enter. Okay, and now the basic post boot process will start. So whenever in your organization, if you got a call that okay, set up a new appliance, set up a new firewall, whatever it is, these are the basic steps. Okay, yeah, you will only get these steps. There is no other steps involved. Yeah, so it will help you for sure in whatever you will be dealing with if you got a call to install the OS, upgrade and everything. We'll see later, but for now, it's we call it like a fresh install. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Yes. So I will show you that part once we come finish with the basic initialization of the OS. So yeah, that is your I mean the website overview. So I will show you that after this. Then you have to now press OK. Press bar will help you. Yeah. So now you have to select the language OS tab and space bar. Okay. Okay. And now this is very important step. Okay. So this is a one-time thing with appliance, with your VM. VM maybe you tweak, but appliances this is permanently repeated. So as you are seeing, this is the by default configuration we got from the checkpoint. As per the internal algorithm, they given us this. Okay, this is what the best suited configuration for you. In real life, okay, we not only have this much GB, we will have 250, 500 gigabyte. Okay, and that is divided between that. So when you talk about system swap memory, when we learn about the OS, in a OS we have the paging and all. Whenever you require a memory from the operating system because of the rest of the memory got finished, the memory gets swapped. Okay, those memories is by default come and its first number you will see that number one, 1 gigabyte. That is a memory. Okay. So that is by default, we don't have any control over it. So based on whatever the configuration you are defining, you will see that. But second thing is system memory. So these are the memory, like you can say the C drive. Okay. So whatever you put on the say desktop, likewise whatever you put on the checkpoint firewall appliances, those memory get consumed here, right? Yeah. So this is very important because sometimes we forgot things here and there. We put details and we sometimes we get okay. Memory is getting finished. Okay. Why? Because of this. Okay. Good. And then there is a log. Log is something where whatever the system generated logs, firewalls sent to the management server for the logging purpose. Those logs, but here the logs are something the system generated. For example, uh, if you do something with your say firewalls, the system logs get generated. They need to be stored somewhere. Okay, so those partition, the logs partition is for that. Okay, clear? And then there is a backup and upgrade. Backup and upgrade we utilize for our keeping the backups. If we take a local backup with the firewalls, those will keep on the backup and upgrades. And if you want to upgrade the firewall, whatever OS we download, we have to keep it somewhere. So this location we usually keep for that. So the phenomena is like that. Most of the time we have to keep a larger memory for the backups and logs, right? See, as a system also selected the 8 gigabyte because they know the backup and upgrade will do all these operations, so this partition should have a more memory. Okay, so any doubt here on this? Okay, now go ahead and from the edge type this IP address. Okay, try to ping it. Okay, go to Internet Explorer. You have edge. Yeah. We try to do it from the. Sometimes due to some IP conflict, this happens. HTTPS. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe change that IP address. Go ahead and give something like 200. 200. It might be conflicting somewhere. Yeah, oh, yeah, something like that. Just press up arrow and change that IP address. No, no. For now, it's okay. You can say save config. Yeah, enter. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So say give your password. Yeah. So this is web UI wizard is started. Okay. Say next. Now there is the options available here. So first option you need to select, but then understand the rest of the options. So if you want to install those things from the cloud or from the USB stick with your checkpoint appliance you already installed that stick on that, you use those options. And for the recovery purpose, this is the snapshot option. Okay, next. Now here we already given this interface IP address, so it's by default reflected. Otherwise, you have to give. Next. So if you want to give the interface for next interface IP address, you can give it here or you can give it later. It's up to you. Next. Okay, this is important thing. Give the name SMS. Uh, Domain name is optional. You can give like whatever domain you like. For now, give it like a firewall again, just sake of like we are doing. Yeah, at .com. Primary DNS give 8.8.8.8 Google DNS. Yeah, I think that is sufficient for now. We are not using this setting like a proxy, so we are not selecting that option. Okay, click next. Now this is also correct. We don't have to change that. Next. Yes, this is important. So this is a management server and there is a multi-domain server. So the management server's advanced version is multi-domain server, where you have hundreds of management server you can have on one console, which we call a multi-domain server, right? Yes, yes, yes. You just create a management server within one click. Okay, you don't have to do all these things. This is the next advanced level option. So yeah, for now, just select security management server, and this is also important whether this management server is you want in a clustering. So you ask me right, HA. So make it like a primary for now, and just see the latest option here, automatic download blade container and other important details. So if you don't select this, right, what happens when you try to download in a panorama, when we try to download the OS, it hit to the panorama server like that. If you uncheck it, it will not hit to their cloud server. So this box need to be checked. Okay, click next. And now give me one second. Use Gaia admin credential. So it is one second. So it is up to you if you want to have the same credentials what we have with the CLI, or you need to define a new credentials. So yeah, for now it's fine, but in a real world we need to give the different credential. Okay. Yeah. 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 So better define a new administrator here and give the name. So you will understand what is the difference between the CLI and smart console details. Okay. Give the name, name. Yeah. Give it like that. Give the password you like. Yeah. Next. And this is something where you define, okay, who can access your SMS. So if you give any IP, so for example, any IP will access, or if you want to restrict it to some network or some machine, you can define that. Okay, only this machine is going to access this IP, right? For not give any. Yeah. Next. So all things is got done. Just say finish. Yes, reboot. So this is complete installation of the SMS. So today we are going to see how we can download the smart console, right? From and some options of the SMS. And next lab, what we will do, we will install the security gateway and we will do the secure internal communication with the security gateway, and then we will run some CLI commands with different options, right? So at least digest this much thing today. I can explain you a lot of things. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I know, I know. Yeah, yeah. Right. Uh-huh. 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 Oh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That is a part. Yeah. Yeah. That is a part. Right. Yeah. So it takes some around couple of minutes more to finish the this thing. Yes, management server. Now, next, what we will do, we will also have the similar steps to install the security gateway, right? And then we'll, yeah, different, different. Usually, when you download, you will get the similar sort of things. But these two OS I have down keep in my portfolio because they never give you the wrong output. Recently, if you download some OS due to some bugs or something, sometimes the you will not get the right result. So that's why keep this OS with you whenever you want to have a lab. Just use this OS and this for gateway. Then what we'll have, we'll try to communicate with the security management server with the gateway. And when that communication happens, I will show you the list of the options. And then I'll tell you the important commands which you require. But for now, just brush up these things, understand, we go through these things, uh, and come up with the question if you have anything. Because if we cover everything at the same time, it is something like you will understand now, but after some time you will, forgot. Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, 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 yes. But right now, why I'm trying to make you sure your laptop have this installation, even if you go to if you have a gap, but once you come back and you log into this thing, you will have all this thing ready. And I also make you, show you things like how you can, keep those licenses up to date. So your lab will never expire, right? Maybe to be honest, on the sessions what we have for the trainings, nobody gives you those part, but I wanted you to have those because you are actually going to face this thing. Yeah, yeah. So next session when you want to have? Hmm, hmm. See what happens right now. You are not getting any background noise because my daughter is sleeping. Okay. Yeah. And if she's wake up and I can give you the session, but I want you to understand. Listen, that's why you know what I works in a shift. My yeah, it's a US time 5 to 2. Uh, yeah. So I slept around 3 and just wake up like 6 because of only you to, have proper clear voice. That's the reason why. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. That is what happens, and distraction is not provided during this sort of sessions, man. I know that. Yes. So tomorrow 6 o'clock, yeah, will be better. And tomorrow we'll try to cover maximum things. And on Monday part, we'll also cover a few things, but we'll keep session open for you. Come up with the queries, come up with the doubts, uh, give me your plan, whatever it is. We'll cover a lot of things there. You know. Yeah. And when you finish with all this installation, you have to suspend the OS. You don't have to power it off because sometimes when you do the power off, it creates some issues on the config part. Yeah, that is one thing. And the VM, these are the not uh, that user friendly. The OS corruption and everything happens. So basically, suspend. There's an option on the VM where you can suspend uh, the work what we are doing instead of power off. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Good. So okay. Say okay. Now this is what you get when you log in with the web UI option. Okay. So you can do the configuration from CLI or you can do the configuration from this. And this is very user friendly, right? So in Palo Alto, you will get on the same tab this network configuration and everything. But here it's not like that. You have a separate tab for the network configuration, yeah? And for the policy things and the rest of the things, you have a smart console application. So this makes your life easy and make you less confusion. Make your confusion, not make you. What I want to say, there is a no confusion. You are very clear that okay, if I want to do some network configuration, I have to log in here, not using the one console. Maybe it's an advantage also, and also the disadvantage because same time you have to log in here and there. But the scope of error is less if you are having these options, right? Right. So now go to that overview. Click to the overview. Yeah. There is something you will see on top. Download now. So that is the management console. You need to download. Just click to that. Yeah. So all the options like smart events, smart dashboard, smart reporting, whatever we have, those packages we are downloading now. Okay. And while getting download, just walk through this option. Just click to the network management, network interface. See, you can just click to the interface. For example, click ETH1 and see edit option there up the top. You can directly configure this interface IP address from here itself. Yeah. So like ARP you have if you want to make this a DHCP server, give the host name and DNS name. Yeah. So if you notice there is a static mention. So if you want purposefully some IP address need to be some MAC address need to be listed here, you can add here. It will not dynamically fetch IP ARP. It's a static purpose. Dynamically, you need to go ahead and look into the CLI using the R command. Okay. Likewise, you have a host and DNS configuration. Yes, yes, yes. You have flexibility. So this is what we did. Yeah. This is the in Palo Alto Firewall. You have virtual routes, right? Likewise, here we have the route configuration. So, for example, if you have a default gateway, so you can modify the first route and give that next hop IP address as your default gateway. Likewise, you can add a different IP addresses, right? Yeah. So yeah, it comes like the basic configuration what you will get from the right. So I think the smart console is got downloaded. Just install that. If you have a time, just go ahead and play with those options. And if you type like a smart web, for example, SMS admin guide, you will get the meaning of all those things, right? And anything come across in your mind, okay, it's not clear to me, just ask me tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. Yes. But actual work we do with the smart console. This is for the config purpose. Yes. Yes. Of course. Yeah. Okay. It will download automatically. Yeah. So, of course, without this, how you can deliver the work? If they ask you to add the route, if they ask you to modify whatever things, this need to be have, right? So you'll be having this access for sure. Yeah. Install. So it will walk you through what are the features you're going to install with the smart console. Yeah. So yeah. So it will not come here. So this is for example, consider this is a SMS box. Okay. Uh, it will automatically sync. So smart console application, what we are putting. Okay. It will sync with this box. Okay. So the policy, whatever you are configuring over there, it will not directly show you, but in background it will work. Yeah. So I know what confusion you have, but let's the smart console get downloaded and I'll show you. Because as I said, three-tier architecture, the smart console need to connect to the SMS. So when this application get installed, you have to click Smart Dashboard, and it will ask you for IP address of your SMS. So you have to give that IP address, and then it will connect to this guy. Okay, and from this guy, the details already get fetched to this application, Smart Console application. So whatever in the background will be happen on this SMS, that will already show you there on the dashboard. So you don't have to come here and check that details anywhere. That will not something which user friendly. It's something happen in the background, but you will get the answer that you have question in a minute. Okay, okay. But here we don't have that facility that you can push the policy directly from the gateway. So, for example, you come here. There is if you walk through, there is no option to push the policy. O- Only that's what the three-tier architecture means. That whatever the push, whatever the option you need to deliver, that has to be done from the smart console. Yeah, so the admin have don't have a choice, even if uh, uh, installed. That is for sure. Yeah, exactly. But he need to have those username password, which we have set up. Right, right, right. That is again options we have. Tag tags, radius. You can use. Organization must be having those things. So slowly, I think hope you are delivering that before as well. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Of course, man. That is what the issue is. So it's finalizing the config now. It takes, I think, a couple of minutes. Okay. So finish. So here you have to specify the details of your SMS. Give the user and password. For example, you created uh, something you created new admin, right? Yes. Yes. I think SMS admin, something like that you are doing. 192.168.0. What IP address you are giving? 0.125. Just try to give the username different. I think it will fail. The username is SMS admin, something like that. Uh, Go to that. There is something called user. Yeah. No, this is that's what I said. You have a different thing for the CLI and this guy. Hmm. Yeah, proceed. It asks when you first time connect. As I told you, the certificate things. Still not sure. Just open that console. It's still connected. I doubt it is. Let's see. Or sometimes, yeah, server is initializing. So wait for a couple of minutes. So do one thing. Go to this VMware. Click that and press enter. Yeah, you have to click to that black console. Yeah, you have to click inside. Yeah, now it click. Press enter. Yeah. Put admin and the password. Now type show user space tab enter. So it gives you that. Okay. Type cpconfig enter. License and hardware GUI clients. Mm, yeah, two. Press two. Do you want to add administrator? Yes. Do you want a Gaia administrator admin? Do you want to use the Gaia administrator admin? Say yes. Uh, what happens? Administrator admin will add it. 60 Okay. Press 9. What is this? Do you want to change your. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yes. That need to be done. So, yeah, it will reboot. At least next time we will be logging with the admin. So this is also learning when you forgot the things, right? That's why whenever you do that things, you have to jot it down for sure. Because I know these things get forget. Yeah. Okay. Give couple of minutes and then log in using admin. Yeah, try. Connect again. Try. That is what the internal processes are going on, right? So it takes some time to connect. Wait for a minute and try again. Maybe give last try one more time, and then I'll show you the another thing. Yeah. So just click that. Yeah. Okay. Click back. Click that demo mode. So uh, click login. So this is something you will get from the cloud. That demo mode. Just click login. I think it takes time. Meanwhile, just log into the demo environment and I'll just walk you through. Just click continue. So similar thing you will be seeing when you log into that console using your username and password. But obviously, this is the latest version, so it takes time to load up the things. So just sake of understanding, we log into the demo mode and I'll just walk you through how it looks. And you can learn the things from demo mode only if you want to learn in your offices also. It will not impact anywhere. Just proceed. Yeah, just close that, this introduction part. And this is how it looks when you log into the dashboard. So whatever the gateway we are going to configure, it will come to this gateway and servers. Okay. Uh, Go to the security policies. Here are the security policies. Click to the policy. Yeah. So whatever the policy you define in a panorama or a Palo Alto firewall, likewise the policy we will define here. And this policy we actually push to the gateway. So at the last, if you see install on, you have to give the gateway name, right? Yeah, yeah. So next lecture, I'll be explaining this part. Uh, for now, just sake of understanding, this is how it looks. How it's netting you configure, and there's a something called logs and monitor. Uh, so you here you will see the logs and things. Hmm? Hmm. No, this is for the demo purpose. Yeah. So this is why we log in, because we are not able to log in from that, taking some time. At least for the sake of understanding and learning, you can use this demo mode. So they already have pre-configured things for you. You just come here, replicate the same thing on your real environment. Yeah. So just close this thing. Yeah. Yeah, keep try, and if it not works, try to restart that SMS. This is how the VM works, you know. So restart that VM, and obviously, yeah, sometimes it will start or not. But maybe if it not work from there, I have my here environment. I'll be show you there. But uh, not same thing happens. So to make it run, what I'll do, I'll just restart the VMs again and wait for let's say 10 minutes and then log in. Sometimes some process, yeah, it works. So for you also, we'll make sure it will work. Just now we have say more 10 minutes. So try close this session and try to log in again with normal mode. Yeah, closing. Yeah, nothing will happen. Go to the smart console. Uh, Not that. Go to the search and there is, yeah, smart console. No, you just again. That is fine. Go to that search, Windows search. That is fine. Let it get extracted. Nothing will happen. You click the app. You have to click that one. Yeah. Yeah. Give the username admin, password, and the IP address. Hmm. That is fine. Just close that. Okay, do one thing. Go to the VM and just restart it. Yeah, let's start. Not like that. It already started initialized. The session will initialize, but will be started. Let's wait for a couple of minutes here. But it's working. That's what we are seeing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyhow, it will take time. Yeah. Try to log in. Log in from that smart console application. Yeah, this one. Try again. What block? Firewall, we are not connected, right? So still, to do one thing, go to that, not here, on the CLI, go to CLI, click and type command fw space unload, unload ad, unload local, enter fw unload local. Keep it a one word. That local also need to be attached to that unload. One word. Yeah, it is not a firewall. Yeah, so this is not a firewall model. So this firewall is not restricting, and the other firewall is also not restricting. So try one more time. Here from the smart console. Yeah, let's see. Let's make sure. Yeah, that is what. So try one more time because that the processes which are running in the background, uh, that is what the issue is. But if you wait for say sometimes keep the environment running, uh, yeah, try after 10-15 minutes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Uh, just run one command there on the CLI, cp on the CLI itself, this CLI only. CP, I think, but that need to be run from the admin mode. Uh, yeah, that is different thing. We will see that tomorrow. But for now, just give one more try. If it not work, try after say 10-15 minutes. If it's still not working, we'll again try to do the same lab in my PC, and from there we'll take it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll make sure that lab is getting ready. Maybe due to the VM or something it causing this issue, but it resolves keeping the processes running for some time. That's what I have seen. But I don't know, maybe some other issues also there with the virtual system connection. Somewhere is getting dropped in between or something like that. Maybe we don't know. But anyhow, I'm going to show you in my lab also. Yeah, let's wait if it's connect. If it not, I will show you tomorrow. Occur listening message response. Yeah, this could be due to the service endpoint blinding or invasive whatever. This could also be due to test request context being aborted by the server. Possibly the server is shutting down, so the server logs. Oh, yeah, this is something related to VM. Yeah. What you will do, just restart the VM and wait for 10 minutes and try to do again. Yeah. If not what work, you know how to install the checkpoint OS now, the SMS. Just try to again install with new IP address, everything, right? Something comes, yeah, try and again do this. This is learning also for you, and if you stuck somewhere, will tomorrow will get clarified. Okay, awesome. Okay, buddy. You too. Bye, bye, bye.